Hi friends, it's Dyra. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm showing you how I relaxed my client's hair. She has been natural for several years and has decided that she no longer wanted to be natural. She wanted a relaxer to make it easier for her to style and take care of her hair. So the first thing that I am doing is using the Affirm Sensitive Scalp Base, and what that does is allow the scalp to not be as irritated when I apply the relaxer, so it protects the scalp. But of course, you have to make sure that you time things correctly and now allow the relaxer to stay on the scalp for longer than it needs to be. So since this is a virgin relaxer, I am applying to the mid strands first, as you can see here. And then what I do is go back to the scalp and apply it on the scalp, and I smooth it down into the ends. Now she is also getting a haircut, so I did not focus too much on her ends because I knew that I was going to cut those off anyway. And when doing a relaxer, you should not ever relax to bone straight. Relaxers do damage the hair. That's how it gets the hair straight. It damages the bonds in the hair. So you really want to keep the damage to a minimum. So you want to keep the relaxer in long enough to relax the curl, but not completely destroy it. You don't want to destroy the hair strand and make it extremely weak. That's when the hair starts to break off and not allow any moisture to stay in it. So you always want to be careful to just keep it in for the recommended amount of time and rinse well and make sure to neutralize so that the process stops working in the hair after you're done. So the relaxer that I'm using is the Influence Olive Oil Relaxer. I do love the Influence brand for relaxers. They keep the hair pretty soft and it always turns out shiny, and it's very good for tight curls. It relaxes them well. So yeah, I really like their relaxers. So as you can see, I have already applied the relaxer on the mid strands all around the head, and now I'm going through and applying the relaxer on the scalp. And at this point, I move as fast as I possibly can. Well, I move fast throughout the whole thing because you're on a timed situation here, but I move extremely fast throughout the part where you apply the scalp, because even though it has the base, you don't want to cause any unnecessary discomfort to your client's scalp. And also because I don't like to leave it on the root for too long. The heat from the scalp allows it to process quickly, and like I said before, you don't want to relax to super straight, and I don't like to relax to super straight on the root because once your client comes back in to get a retouch, you're not supposed to put the relaxer on hair that's already been relaxed. But let's be honest, sometimes you can accidentally go a little bit too far, and some might get on the root, on the previously relaxed hair. And if the hair is already bone straight to the point where you can't risk straightening anymore, then you're risking really having the client's hair get to a breaking point, and you don't want to do that. So apart from the fact that you don't want to make the hair bone straight, you always want to give a little insurance that whether you or the next person that relaxes their hair doesn't apply accidentally relaxers to hair that has been extremely bone straight previously. So yeah, several reasons why I do things the way that I do. It may not be 100% correct, but when I'm doing my clients' hair, I like to think about the future and what they will be doing with their hair past the day of service with me. So I am roller setting her hair. I'm using these Styles of Eden tension rollers. I do love these rollers because they allow the hair to dry quickly, and they also grip the hair to allow you to get the hair really straight on the roller with ease. However, I am not like her, where she is great with those pins. I struggle with them. Well, I haven't really had time to really practice all that much because I don't really have the luxury of time. I am busy all day when I'm working, so I'm gonna take the time out and practice on my daughters one day, but I don't have the time to practice how to use the pins on my clients. So I am using some clips, and those work just as well. So I'm applying the rollers, making sure to keep the hair super wet, because that's how you glide them on smoother, and that's how you get a better outcome. So then once I'm done with that, I just sit her under the dryer to make sure that her hair is all the way dry, and then we can move on to the next step, which is her haircut. While you watch how I apply these rollers, I want you to comment down below and let me know your thoughts on relaxers. Do you think that you can have healthy and flourishing hair with a relaxer? I believe that you most certainly can. You can take very good care of your hair with a relaxer, and it will remain healthy as it possibly can. We already know that the relaxer causes damage, but it's all about controlling the damage and keeping the damage at bay, making sure that the hair doesn't get any more damage. I have a couple clients who feel that the only way their hair has been able to flourish is with a relaxer, because for one, it makes it easier for them to take care of their own hair, and for two, I believe that when someone has low porosity hair, if they do a texturizer or a relaxer, it allows the cuticles to relax a little bit and allow the hair to stay moisturized or even get moisturized, which in turn stops the hair from becoming dry and brittle and constantly breaking off and creating damage and breakage from the hair being so dry. I do not, however, recommend relaxers to my clients ever. The only time I suggest for my clients to get a relaxer is when they want a short haircut that needs to lay. That's the only time I suggest a relaxer. Other than that, I just give them little tips or ideas of what they can do to keep their natural hair moisturized and healthy as possible. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think that people with relaxed hair can also have healthy hair? Let me know your thoughts. So this is what her hair looks like after it fully dried, and I think it looks beautiful this way. If it were me, I would just wrap it and call it a day and bring it down the next day, but she did want a haircut, so I am going to flat iron it with low heat so that I can cut her hair. And then we're gonna do another pass again in low heat to style it and give it a nice wave, which is something that she asked me for. Of course, all these steps that I am taking to get her to the end result were discussed in the consultation. So there were either things that she agreed to or asked for. And I say that because a lot of times people leave comments asking why I did one thing or another instead of doing it one way or another. But that's my answer for those people that ask that. Everything that I do and the way that I do it is because it's discussed with my client. And sometimes there are no other options, and sometimes we have several options, and the client chooses what they want done. She wanted a roller set, she wanted it straightened, and she wanted it curled. So that's the process that we took to get her to her desired look. So to create the waves that she wanted, I just did a slight turn of the flat iron. And for the pieces that were a little bit longer, towards the end, some of them curled all the way. So I just took the tip of the curl and did a small swoop of the flat iron just to make it straight so that it can be a full wave and not an actual curl. Look how nice and shiny and healthy looking her hair looks. So these are the products that I'm using. I'm using the Keracare Edge Control, and I am using the Sebastian hairspray just to lock the waves in before I comb them out. And of course, I am using my own brand Love and Health Seal the Deal Shine Spray. And what that does is give it shine, makes it nice and soft, makes it smell good. It protects it against the sun and also helps it to fight humidity, which is something that we're dealing with around this time of the year. And this is the finished look, guys. I absolutely love it. I think her hair looks beautiful and healthy, and this is what's going to be best for her and her lifestyle. I know a lot of people don't like relaxers, but look, at the end of the day, people have to do what works for them. You know, nobody's getting up in the morning and doing her hair for her every day. This is what she wanted to do to make her life easier. Everybody is not built to do their natural hair every day or every other day. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I feel like shaving all my hair off so I don't have to deal with it. So I get it. I get why people make the decisions that they make. And I only say that because I know a lot of people don't believe in relaxers. I'm not myself a fan of them, but I'm older in age and I understand real life. So I understand why people make the decisions that they make for themselves. So anyway, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I ask that you please subscribe and hit the like button and also hit the notification bell so that you are notified when I upload videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.